What if tomorrow morning you woke up with a crushing pain in your chest? Not the mild discomfort you ignore, not a passing ache. I'm talking about a pain so sharp it steals your breath. So real your hands tremble as you reach for your phone. So convincing that, for a moment, you're certain this is how it ends. You rush to the hospital, machines hum, doctors examine you, tests are run. Hours later, the physician walks in, glances at your chart, and says something that makes your stomach drop. There's nothing wrong with you, but the pain is still there. So, if the body is healthy, why does it feel like it's falling apart? This is the unsettling territory of somatization, a psychological phenomenon where emotional distress disguises itself as physical illness. The symptoms aren't imagined, they aren't fake. They are experienced with the same intensity as a broken bone or a failing organ. Yet medical scans return clean. Blood work looks perfect, and the deeper doctors search and the less they find. So the question becomes unavoidable. Why does the human mind create suffering the body doesn't physically have? And more disturbingly, could it already be happening to you? Segment 1. When the mind speaks through the body. For centuries, doctors faced a disturbing contradiction. Patients arrived unable to walk, yet their legs were structurally sound. Others lost their vision, while their eyes remained perfectly healthy. Some developed violent tremors that looked neurological, but scans showed nothing. No damage, no disease, no explanation. Imagine being trapped in a body that feels broken while every expert insists it isn't. Now imagine something worse. Not being believed. In ancient civilizations, such cases were misunderstood. Early physicians proposed explanations that sound surreal today. Mysterious imbalances, invisible disturbances within the body. Yet beneath these flawed theories was an important recognition. The mind and body were not separate. Something unseen was clearly capable of reshaping physical reality. By the late 19th century, medicine had become obsessed with anatomy and proof. If something couldn't be observed, it was often dismissed. But one neurologist refused to ignore what he saw. Jean-Martin Charcot documented patients whose bodies displayed dramatic symptoms without identifiable injury. Instead of calling them frauds, he studied patterns. What he discovered unsettled the medical world. Many of these individuals had endured overwhelming psychological strain, experiences the brain could not fully process. Soon after, Sigmund Freud expanded this idea. He proposed that the mind contains regions outside conscious awareness, places where unbearable emotions can be locked away. Not erased, not healed, just buried. But repression comes at a cost. Picture the mind as a deep ocean. At the surface, everything appears calm, functional, controlled, rational. But far below, pressure builds. And pressure, when contained long enough, demands release. Freud believed that when the conscious mind refuses to confront psychological pain, the body may express it instead, not symbolically. As symptom, a hand that can no longer grip, a voice that suddenly disappears, a body that aches without injury. Modern psychology no longer uses Freud's framework exactly, but the core insight survived scientific scrutiny. Emotional distress can manifest physically. Today, clinicians recognize conditions where physical symptoms arise without clear medical explanation, yet cause profound suffering. And here lies the paradox. The brain, the organ responsible for interpreting reality, can generate sensations powerful enough to override objective evidence. Pain does not require visible damage, because pain is not created in the wound. It is created in the brain. And the brain is capable of extraordinary things, including convincing you that something is terribly wrong even when it isn't. Segment 2. The brain's most convincing illusion. To understand why this happens, you must confront an uncomfortable truth. The brain is not designed to make you happy. It is designed to keep you alive, and survival systems are biased toward caution. From an evolutionary standpoint, a false alarm is safer than a missed threat. Mistake the wind for a predator and you waste energy. Ignore a real predator and you don't survive. So the brain evolved to ask one relentless question. Could this be danger? Now imagine that same threat detection system operating in the emotional world. Chronic stress, social rejection, unresolved fear, internal conflict. To your logical mind, these are psychological experiences. But to the brain, danger is danger. When distress becomes prolonged, the brain activates the body's alarm system. Stress hormones surge, breathing changes, muscles tighten, Nerves grow more sensitive. Over time, the volume knob on sensation is turned higher and higher. What once felt mild may now feel intense. Researchers call this sensitization. The nervous system becoming more reactive through repeated activation. Like a microphone placed too close to a speaker, at first the sound is manageable. Then comes the feedback, an escalating scream created by the system amplifying itself. Attention intensifies this effect. The brain constantly filters bodily signals, ignoring most of them. But when attention locks onto a sensation, it becomes louder, sharper, harder to ignore. Add anxiety and a loop forms. You notice a sensation. The brain flags danger. Anxiety rises. Arousal increases. The sensation intensifies. Soon thoughts orbit the symptom. What if it's serious? What if no one finds it in time? And the brain, trying to protect you, monitors even more closely, making the experience stronger still. Brain imaging studies show that pain processing regions can become highly active without tissue damage. The brain is not pretending. It is constructing an experience based on perceived threat. This is why dismissing these symptoms is so damaging. The suffering is real. You are not imagining it. Once the brain learns a pattern, it becomes efficient at reproducing it, not out of malice, but protection. And the tragedy is this: a system meant to defend you can trap you inside a body that feels inescapable. Segment 3. When fear becomes contagious. Now imagine a quiet town, an ordinary school year, nothing unusual until suddenly it is. One student develops strange physical movements, then another. Concern spreads. Whispers fill hallways. Parents demand answers. Doctors search for toxins, infections, neurological disorders, yet the results return with the same message. Nothing is there. So how do symptoms spread when there is nothing to catch? The answer lies in a powerful truth. The brain is profoundly social. We are wired to mirror one another, emotionally, psychologically, even physically. When the brain perceives danger within a group, it may prepare the body automatically. Not consciously, not deliberately. Heightened awareness creates heightened sensitivity. Small sensations gain meaning. Fear energizes them. Expectation shapes them. What begins as isolated distress becomes shared experience. This phenomenon, known as mass psychogenic illness, has appeared throughout history. Groups experiencing paralysis, fainting, even temporary blindness without physical cause. Your brain does not construct reality alone. It constantly references the environment and the people within it, which means perception itself can ripple through communities, not as deception, but as collective neurobiology responding to threat. Your reality feels solid, direct, indisputable, yet it is filtered through prediction, interpretation, and survival systems operating beneath awareness. Most of the time they protect you, but occasionally they overprotect, and that protection becomes the source of suffering. The twist in application. Now pause, because you might not experience severe somatization, but consider this. Have you ever felt your stomach twist before something stressful? Not metaphorically, physically. Or noticed your shoulders ache after days of silent tension. Maybe your heart races before an important moment, even when nothing is actually wrong. This is the quieter end of the same spectrum. Your mind and body are not separate systems. They are a single conversation happening beneath your awareness. Every unspoken fear, every buried emotion, every strain you pretend doesn't matter. Your body is listening, and sometimes it answers, not with words, but with sensation, which leads to an uncomfortable realization. Ignoring emotional distress doesn't make it disappear. It simply forces it to find another language, often the language of the body. So the next time you feel something in your body that doesn't quite make sense, ask yourself a darker question. Is this a signal from the body or a message from the mind? Because if the brain can generate pain without injury, what else might it be capable of creating? False memories? Phantom fears? Entire realities that feel unquestionable? The deeper you explore the human mind, the harder it becomes to tell where truth ends and perception begins. And that is why you need to watch the next videos.